What's up, guys? Emmanuel Jones here, and we're here with another video. And this time, we'll be doing our playoff predictions for the and all that. So before I get to my video of doing it, don't forget to put the thumbs up to like the video, subscribe to my channel for more options, and don't forget to comment down your opinion below to see who you think is going to go to going to win Super Bowl 57. So let's get things started. So we got the wild card round. So we got the LA Chargers playing against the Jacksonville Jaguars. Now this game right here could definitely go either way though, because last time when these two teams play, Jacksonville has whooped them. But I kind of really feel like the Chargers can match up well with Jacksonville on paper really good. But Jacksonville was able to match up with the Chargers as well because Trevor Lawrence was throwing bombs though. But I feel like the Jags are playing against a different Chargers team because the Chargers have a dominant pass rush and the Jaguars' offensive line isn't good. So I think Brandon Staley's going to have a good game plan in this matchup though. And on top of that, I just don't really think that Jacksonville has the I don't think Jacksonville's defense is good enough, to like cover the Chargers' weapons on offense. Now we know that Mike Williams is out, so maybe Keenan Allen can make some plays there. I think Justin Herbert's gonna have a field day. So yeah, I think the defense is gonna step up as well. I think they're gonna slow down the run because their issue this year was just stopping the run. And Jaguars have been really good stopping the run recently. So I think Jacksonville can move the football on them. I think they'll have time. But I'm going to roll with the Chargers here because I just think the Chargers are a more complete team and they have a better quarterback. So, yeah, that's pretty much why. Then next game, we have this Baltimore Ravens versus Cincinnati Bengals. Now, this game right here, another one that can a little bit go either way, though. But, Lamar is out another week, though. And he's been missing practice all week. He hasn't played. So that reminds me that I'm going to take the Bengals to win because they're at home. And I just think they're just obviously the more complete team. I mean, even if Lamar Jackson was playing this game, this can definitely change my mind on that. I mean, I would not be surprised if Baltimore wins this game because Cincinnati, they got that fight and they got that power to do that. So yeah, that's pretty much why. Then the next game we have the Buffalo Bills versus the Miami Dolphins. Now this game right here. Now we know Tua is going to be ruled out in the first round, and they're starting against Skylar Thompson again. So I think the Dolphins do have some issues at quarterback. So that reminds me that I'm going to take the Bills to win because Buffalo's just a more complete team and have a more stable the quarterback position and have a better coaching staff. And plus they're at home. And it's going to be cold out there. And Miami's not used to the cold. And they don't really care. They just don't want to win. Because Dolphins, now look, if I think, I mean, as long as if Miami doesn't really get washed the whole game, then I think they can keep this close. But if the Bills get up early, the Bills might blow them out. But I'm just saying, Miami doesn't really match up well with Buffalo really good because their offensive line is not as good. And I think the Buffalo's defense can handle business. And plus, I think their secondary can as well. And also, the Dolphins' defense is not as good. So I think Buffalo can move the ball on them. Josh Allen should have a big day. Then we got the Buccaneers versus the Dallas Cowboys. This is another game that can go either way, though. But when I look at this matchup, I kind of feel like this is a bad matchup for Tampa Bay because Tampa Bay's, they have struggled all year because, their offensive line is not as good. Their defense has not been great all year. But Dallas, on the other side, Dallas has not been – Dak Prescott has been struggling lately with turnovers and all that. And, he hasn't been really playing his best lately. And, the turnover issue has been a problem for the Cowboys offense. But their defense has been okay, but their offense is still a little bit atrocious. And I feel like Tampa Bay can match up well with the Cowboys really good. But I think the Cowboys might have a chance to move the ball on them as long as they don't turn over as much. And I think the defense might make some plays. But I think the Bucs defense will find a way to make some plays here. I think they're going to play the run better, and I think their secondary can find a way to match up with the Cowboys' passing game with the receivers of them. So, yeah. So, I think this game will be closer, but I'm going to take the Bucs here because I just think the Bucs, they're at home, and, Tom Brady, and, this is a team where Tom Brady usually owns. So, yeah, I think Tom Brady's going to have a big day in that game, so that's why I'm taking the Bucs. Now, next game, we have the Minnesota Vikings versus New York Giants. Vikings are favorite. Now, this game right here could definitely go either way, though. Now, this is another rematch. Now, last time when these two teams played, the Vikings won that game by 3, and the Giants covered the game. But I think this game right here is going to be close again because I think they're both gonna stay in the game, and I think Minnesota is gonna move the ball effectively, and I think the Giants will too because they know that the Vikings defense is not as good. But I like to say the Giants defense is a lot better in Minnesota because the Giants defense does a good job with the Wink Martindale. His blitzing is very good, and he likes to blitz. So I think he's gonna put up a good game plan for the Vikings offense and all that. And plus Daniel Jones, and I think he's gonna make some plays, especially against an overrated secondary like the Vikings. I think they're gonna run the football effectively and all that. I know it's in Minnesota though, but I'm just gonna take the Giants here because I just think the Giants, they're gonna go on the road, and I think have a big day, and I think Dane Dimes is gonna have a big day as well. So that's why I'm taking the Giants to get their revenge. I mean, I don't think I'm taking Minnesota to win on the road. If Minnesota wins, I would not be shocked, but I'm just having a feeling the Giants are gonna win because I just have a feeling they will get their revenge because they need that. The next game, we have the San Francisco 49ers versus Seattle Seahawks. Now, this is another game right here. It's going to be fun to watch, but when I look at the Seahawks, Seattle has not been looking good recently because they have struggled in the past, though. Geno Smith is not playing the way he should be, and the offensive line has been atrocious, and their defense is totally overrated a little bit. So I think the Niners offense could have success running the football and passing the ball on them. I think their defense finds a way, and I think the defense finds a way to take pace here. I think they find a way to slow down the Seahawks rushing attack and all that. I think they find a way to do that. But I think Seattle could play them tough, maybe. I don't know. But I don't know. But I wouldn't be shocked if they kept this game close. But if the Niners get up early, it might be a blowout and the game might be over. So I'm taking the Niners to win because I just think the Niners are just a more complete team. So, yeah. Then we got divisional rounds. We got the Cincinnati Bengals versus the Buffalo Bills. Now, this is another game that can go a little bit either way. Now, we've seen this game from Monday Night Football that, they canceled the game because of Damar Hamlin. But this time, I believe this game right here is going to be fun to watch. I think this game can definitely go either way. But when I look at the Bengals, their offense is their both offenses are good, both defenses okay, but I kind of really feel like Buffalo's defense, so Lions start to be a huge concern without Von Miller, but their defense has been playing a lot better though without him. But I think the Bengals are going to find a way to move the football on them, and I think they're going to stay in the game. And I just don't think Cincy can match up well with the Bills though. I don't really know if they're going to have an answer for Diggs and Davis because I think those guys are a difference maker. So, yeah, and I think their defensive line, maybe they get pressure, maybe they don't. But I like to say the Bills' defensive line can get pressure on the quarterback and all that. And I think Buffalo's going to have a good game plan in this game. If this game is in Cincinnati, I might roll with the Bengals. But since it's in Buffalo, I'm probably going to take the Bills because I just think the Bills are just a more complete team. They're at home. So, yeah, I think the Bills win like a shootout type game. I think it will be high scoring. Now, next game, we have the LA Chargers versus the Kansas City Chiefs. Now, this is another game that can go either way. Now, this is the third rematch. Now, I believe this game right here is going to be fun to watch. Now, the Chargers should have at least should have at least beaten the Chiefs almost twice. They should have beat the Chiefs in one of their last matchups because the Chargers were close to doing that though. Now the offense was definitely playing really good, but the defense was definitely looking atrocious. But I think the Chargers could definitely give the Chiefs a tough time, though. But I would not be surprised if the Chargers pull off the upset. But I just think the Chiefs on offense are just too dangerous, though. And plus, Andy Reid's been like putting up good game plans against defensive coaches and all that. I think their offense finds a way to, to like put up a drive and, maybe score on the last drive or something like that. Maybe a game-winning touchdown might help. So I want to take the Chargers here. Chargers can win this game, but I'm rolling with the Chiefs here because I just think the Chiefs are just a better team. So, yeah, that's pretty much why. The next game, we have the New York Giants versus Philadelphia Eagles. Now, this is another thing. Now, this is another rematch, though. Now, this year, the Eagles have swept them this year, but I hate to say that the Giants are going to get their revenge, though, but the Giants have not been looking good against the Eagles like lately, though. I mean, the Eagles been playing them tough all year, but for that reason, though, I'm probably going to take the Eagles because I just think the Eagles are just a more complete team and have a better quarterback and better coaching staff. They're at home, and I just think the Eagles' defensive line, I think they understand how to like stop the run, and slow down their rushing attack. I think they have a strong secondary that can like handle business because I don't think the Giants have a lot of weapons that really scare you. So yeah, that's why I think the Eagles. And also, I just don't really know if the Giants have good enough a secondary to cover AJ Brown and Devonta Smith because those guys are just tough to cover. So with that being said, I got the Eagles. Now, next game, we have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers versus San Francisco 49ers. Now, this is another rematch, though. Now, this can definitely go either way, though, because last time when these two teams played, Niners have whooped them. But I think the Niners kind of do understand how to play the Bucs offense really good. I think their defense finds a way, maybe I think they can get pressure on the Bucs because, they know the Bucs offensive line is not playing as good. And Tom Brady has struggled against top defenses lately. So I think the Niners defense can handle business. And, the Bucs defense has been struggling too. So I think the Niners offense can definitely give the Bucs defense a tough time and all that. So, yeah. So I think the Niners are going to have another big day here. But I think, as long as Tom Brady, plays good in this game, then I think they keep it close. But if this game was in Tampa, I might go with the Niners. But since it's in San Fran, I'm going with the 49ers here because I just think the Niners are just a more complete team and all that. And they have better coaching as well. So, yeah. Then we're on to the conference championship game. We have the Buffalo Bills versus the Kansas City Chiefs. Now, this is another rematch, though. Now, this could definitely go either way, too, because now, last time the Bills had beat them, because it was a defensive game as well. But I kind of feel like this game right here is definitely going to be closer than we expected to. I expected a high-scoring game. But if it's a low-scoring game, I would not be surprised, though. But I want to go with the Chiefs here to win because they're at home. Because he's had success. Because I know Mahomes had success against the Bills lately. But I'm just going to take the Bills because I just think the Bills are just a more complete team. And I just kind of really feel like that, Diggs and Davis are going to be tough to cover. And then Chiefs don't really have a lot of cover guys that are going to do that. So I think Josh Allen's going to have a big day and all that. So, yeah. The next game, we have the San Francisco 49ers versus Philadelphia Eagles. Now, this is another game that can definitely go either way as well. But when I look at it, I think both these two teams have really great defenses, but their offenses are really good. But I kind of really feel like that, the Niners kind of have a better defense than them because I just kind of really feel like when I look at the Niners, they match up with the Eagles really good because they have a great front seven. They can really stop the run and rush the passer and all that. They can blitz. I just kind of really feel like, the Eagles defense kind of concerns me because they really struggle against tough offenses. And when you play against a tough offense, it feels like you don't want to at least make some stops. So at the end of the day, I'm gonna take the Niners here because I just think the Niners are gonna I just think San Fran is just a more complete team, and I just think their defensive line is finding a way to get pressure. I think they can slow down the run. They can stop Jalen Hurts and all that. So yeah, and I think their offense finds a way, to like manage the clock. So yeah, and keep their defense off the field as well. So yeah. Then we're into the Super Bowl. We got the Buffalo Bills versus San Francisco 49ers. Now, now this can definitely go either way though, because both these two teams are just similar to each other. They both have good defenses and go great offenses. But when I look at it, I kind of really feel like that, the Niners can match up well with the Bills really good, and so is the Bills on paper, because they got great secondaries and great offenses though. But it's hard for me to pick a rookie to win against an elite defense, because when the Buffalo Bills are playing against an elite defense, it's kind of crazy though. But without Von Miller, I mean, the Bills defense, I don't really know if they're going to be able to stop CMC, because CMC could be a difference maker in this game. But it kind of concerns me that, to see, I think this game will be an ugly game, maybe an offensive game, I don't know, but I'm just going to go ahead and take the Niners to win. I just think the Niners are going to win the Super Bowl this year, because I kind of feel like they need it though to get their revenge, after, not winning it for like the last like 2 to 3 years or something like that. Because last time when they made the Super Bowl, I believe they lost to the Chiefs in the Super Bowl. But I just kind of feel like San Francisco is going to win the Super Bowl this time. And I just kind of feel like their defense, line can find a way to slow down their rushing attack. And maybe they can slow down Josh Allen, because they know Josh Allen can run and all that and scramble. So yeah, and I think their offense can prove to me that they can pass the ball on the Bills, because usually the Bills secondary, they don't really do a good job defending the pass really well. So I think the Niners offense can have a big day, but I don't think it will be a blowout, but I think it will be close. But I think Buffalo will stay in the game this time, because if they don't, then I think it will be a blowout and the Niners will win. So, by the way, I got the Niners winning the Super Bowl 57. Well, all right, guys. Those are all my playoff predictions for this week. And don't forget, guys, if you want to make a playoff bracket, you can, though. Just go to the website, or else you can just print out your own. So, yeah. Well, thank you guys for watching. And don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. And also, you can share it too. If you disagree with me, just let me know in the comment section below. Okay, so don't forget to make sure you comment below to see who's your Super Bowl, who you think is going to win Super Bowl 57. Well, it's Emmanuel Jones from Big Fan. I'll see you guys later. Peace.